And you've got a massive fight on the undercard of Floyd Mayweather's show on May 3rd. Do you know who your opponent is yet? And are you looking forward to that night on May 3rd?
Yeah, it's the biggest event in boxing around the world. So to be on two of them back to back is a great thing. I was speaking to Floyd, and then just yesterday, and they're working on their opponent now. So everything's going great. So it's just working hard in the gym. It's a great opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I'm from London, born in London, and I used to watch the big fights of Floyd Mayweather and stuff. So to be part of his team now is amazing.
Definitely. And with that, what is it like being with Floyd on a day-to-day basis, being a member of Team Mayweather and going in and training in the gym with him and the other boxers in that gym as well?
Well, to me, it's just motivational and inspiring, because you get to see, the best, the best in the world work out. And even afterwards, he'll tell us certain shots and stuff, defense, he speaks about the tactics as well. And if you want to last long in the sport, what you should do, and just hanging out with him as well. He's a cool guy, you know what I'm saying. He's always making jokes and stuff. So he's good. He makes sure his team is happy, and he's one of the best guys I've met in boxing. You know what I'm saying. So for me, it's great to be part of this team, man. It's his history right now. He's 45-0. He's got Marcus Maidana next. I believe he's going to be on 46-0. So it's just great to see his career unfold. And if we're going by his latest deal, it's the last 2 years of his career. So it's like me being part of the Ali camp or the Ray Leonard camp or the Roy Jones camp. When they were at their peak. So this is when I'm old and stuff, I can look back and speak of my grandkids and say I was part of this great athlete's career. I was part of this team. So it's good to be part of the team.
Sure. And you're not going to be the only Brit on the undercard of this massive bill on May 3rd. Of course, Amir Khan's going to be on that card. British Olympian Anthony Ogogo's also going to be fighting on that card. Is that something you're looking forward to, meeting those two Brits as well on that card?
Well, I've met Amir Khan, with Anthony. I've never met him before, so it'd be cool to meet him. And, it's good. With me, watching the Brits fighting abroad, be it if it was Lloyd Hamilton, there was Nigel Ben, these guys inspired me to come over to America. That's why I'm over here, because I was watching these Brits do it. You know what I'm saying? Win or lose, I always wanted to come over here and see how good I really was. So that's what Amir Khan's doing now. That's what Ricky Hatton's done. So I think it's good that we're doing this, because you inspire the next generation, coming up, if these guys are out here, why can't I do it? So if I inspire one boxer, it'll make me happy, to come over here and try and see how good they are, really are. So it'd be great for if there's 3 Brits on the card. I didn't know that Anthony was on the card, but it's great that there's 3 Brits in the card.
Definitely. And is that something you'd like to see more of? Of course, you've made the step over to Las Vegas. You were in New York before. Would you like to see more Brits going over to America to fight?
Well, to me, with David Hay as well, he won his world titles abroad in Germany and France. So for me, I think too many Brits stay in their comfort zone and stay in Britain, and they say, the British title is what I want to ever do. I think you have to try to have some big goals that people will look at you and say, like you're never gonna achieve it. So I think you have to. It's up to the person how big they really want to think. But I think it's like for me, I get to meet all of these big boxers around the world, and a lot of them are my friends now. So it would be cool if a lot of Brits go over, but if everyone has got their own path on what they got to lead, and I always wanted to come over to America and box. So when I started boxing, that was my whole thing, to come over to America and box. So when I was of age, I said I'm gonna come here and try it out and see how good I really am. I came over here, and a lot of the boxing coaches in America thought I was good and stuff. So I kept coming here. I kept just trying to improve. If I met a world champion in the gym, if I met like a contender in the gym, I always asked for sparring, because I just wanted to see like how good I was, and that's how you improve, by being in the ring with like top level boxers. So I was always just trying to push it and see how good I really could be, and it's got me that like this far. So it's been great. It's been a good journey so far.
Definitely. And of course, you're not sure who your opponent is for May 3rd yet. You're going to be finding out soon. How have preparations been going though, ahead of this fight, not knowing who your opponent is?
It doesn't matter who's my opponent anyway. I always train the same. I'll watch my opponent once or twice, so it's not a big difference to know who I'm going to fight. I fought at your call where you find out who you are going to fight the week of the fight. So I'm used to that from being in Britain, where a lot of times we only get our opponents the last 2 weeks, the last week. Like for me, it's not no big issue, because I just train. I just do the best that I can do. I just work with my team to work on certain things. And when I get the opponent, I watch him once or twice. And then I don't think about him again until it's the week of the fight. So the opponent is not really an issue in my mind, because the way I came up in Britain, I was always I've had a change of opponent on the day before. So the opponent is never an issue with me, because I always push myself regardless of who I'm going to be in the ring with.
Definitely. And what are your ambitions for the rest of 2014? Looking ahead after May 3rd, what are your ambitions for the rest of the year? If it's up to me, I just want to fight the world's best. There's former world champions around. There's world champions around. So right now I'm rebuilding, because after the split decision loss, so it's a rebuilding stage now. But like in the future, that is Lemon Peterson. I heard that Danny Garcia is going to move up, so that means there's going to be a new champion there. I'll fight that champion. So I'm not really bothered about who I fight. It's just all about I'm just fighting the world's best. That's what I've always been after, like my whole career. So be it if it's like the Marcus Corley, it was Delvin, like Rodriguez, you had the Cano fight, like the Danny Garcia. So I just want to fight the world's best. That's still now. So when the bosses say it's time to go into the big fight again, if it's the next one after this, if it's one at the end of the year, I'm just continue to work on my game, and just be ready for when that big fight comes, because like you already know, because now with Mayweather Promotions, I'm going to get those big fights that I want. But it's all good getting those fights, but you want to win those fights. And there's 2 times that I've slipped up and I've got a split decision loss. But I wanna get one of those big ones on my side of winning those big ones. So I'm just training hard, just trying to be the best that I can be, and I still believe that I could be a world champion. With Ishe Smith, it's my teammate.
You know, like he was world champ at the age, I don't know if it was 33 or 34. So, you know, so like, because everyone has their own timeline. You know, everyone's journey is different, and we win stuff at different stages in our career. And you see, he's got another world title fight now. So, you know, we just keep working hard. And it's when the opportunities come, it's just all about just taking them and making it happen and getting that win. So, you know, I'll be ready when it comes.
No, definitely. And of course, with that, Bernard Hopkins he's still there fighting, isn't he, at the age of 49 and holding titles and fighting for titles. So it goes to show anything's possible.
Yeah, because, you know, many folks wouldn't. I think he would have been around now. So you know, he's doing what he's done. I'm sure he inspires a lot of the older fighters. You know, like me, I want to go on. I want to get my 50th win and go out. So I have that as my target. So maybe I'll be around for another 5 to 6 years. But yeah, no, it's great, and to pick up a world title along the way. So you know, anything can happen, as my career has shown that.
Definitely. And of course, being in and around that Mayweather camp ahead of this May 3rd date, Floyd put it out to the fans. He put a fans vote out to if he should fight Maidana or if he should fight Amir Khan, and Khan won that vote, but he ended up choosing Maidana. Being in and around Floyd, was the Khan fight, was there a possibility of that? And even after this May 3rd date, is there still a possibility of Khan Mayweather happening?
Khan had won on the Mayweather Promotions poll, but all on the other polls that he had lost. So they took that into account, that, you know, like the fans around the world, like, you know, wanted him to fight like Marcus Maidana. And if you look at the recent career of Khan and Maidana, you know, like Maidana was on the road, so he did deserve to fight more. There's no question about that. So out of the two fighters, Floyd chose the fighter who was most undeserving. You can't go on and be Julio Diaz and under Carlos Molina, I think that was his name, and get a world title shot against the biggest name in the world. You know what I'm saying? You got to earn that privilege. Like, what have you done lately? So Khan hadn't done it like that, I think. So that's why he's on this show now. He has a tough customer in Louis Collazo. And then if he wins this fight, you know, it puts him in line. You know, if he gets it or not, it's to be seen. But I've sparred with Louis, and that's a very hard fight. I don't know if he's gonna get past that fight there.
Best of luck with the rest of your preparations and on fight night itself.
Thank you very much.